is if they, something that is in fact very new on our website, if they go to the Patents tab of our website and go to Initiatives and Events, and this seems kind of a strange place to put it, maybe a little counterintuitive, but there's a really great new tool that's a centralized listing of major patent application initiatives. Now, that doesn't sound very self-explanatory, but what it does is it kind of puts in one place a lot of the various tools and programs that are available to inventors that are available, and it lays them out in a timeline fashion to alert inventors and entrepreneurs as to what things they can avail themselves of at different times within the process. But not to get too deep into that, because I know a lot of your listeners are really just starting out and starting thinking about the patent process, because maybe they've got an idea and they're trying to take it to that next step and actually turn it into an invention and turn it into something that they might then create, build, start, and grow a business with, which is certainly what we like to see and what's going to help our economy. In the Office of Innovation Development, we are there to help the independent inventor, to help the pro se inventor, to help you along the entirety of the innovation cycle. As Montia and Mindy have indicated, we also have a helpline. We have an email address. And why don't I go ahead and give those out right now, and I'll give them out again, too, because we encourage applicants to contact us directly. The Office of Innovation Development, our direct number is 571-272-8877. That's 572-272-8877. And our email address, if you want to email us a direct question and get a direct answer, is independentinventor, all one word, independentinventor @uspto.gov. And you know, Brian, as the old saying goes, there are no dumb questions. We encourage questions from that person who's just getting started to somebody who's already involved in the process. We have staff that answers both the email address as well as answers the phone. And honestly, if we can't answer your call or don't have the answer to your call, we will put you on with the right people who it should be directed to. And that may be Mindy in the Ombusdman program. It may be somebody in the Trademark Assistance Center. We are there to help the independent inventor. Another number that's useful is the Inventors Assistance Center hotline, which is staffed by retired patent office managers, patent office examiners, who are still committed, even though they may be retired and they've come back on part-time. They're committed to helping the inventor, and that number is 1-800-786-9199.
Okay.
Now, when we talk to our inventors about getting started and what's the best way to get started, I think one of the things that's perhaps my first word of advice is to do what your listeners are doing tonight, and that is to educate themselves. Educate themselves by listening to a program like this, by going to a local inventors association, a local inventors club, and talking to others who have been through the process, by visiting uspto.gov and seeing the resources that are there and finding out some of the basic information. We have all of our materials, the majority of our materials are available online, including basic facts about patents, basic facts about design patents, basic facts about provisional applications. Now, certainly you can call our office, and we can also send those materials out to you in hard copy, but those materials are all available on our website. So for someone who's just getting started, maybe our website looks a little daunting. My first direction to them would be to visit the Inventors pull-down tab of our website. And when you go to the Inventors pull-down tab, there's a number of icons there. And the icons are pretty self-explanatory, but they also have a little bit of description with them. We have information on patents for inventors that includes tools that are available, frequently asked questions, materials that can be downloaded, things like I mentioned, the basic facts about patents. We, in fact, have an icon for trademarks for inventors, which, again, addresses basic tools and frequently asked questions on trademarks that someone starting the inventive process might be asking. We have an Inventor's Assistance tab that can connect people to potential resources that they might need, helpful phone numbers and email addresses. We have an education and information icon available there, which has Inventors News, online chat transcripts, and then something that's really important, and I can't emphasize this enough, we have published complaints about scam companies. I can't tell you, Brian, how frequently we hear from people that they've had a great idea, they created an invention, and they've taken it to a company that is less than reputable, and they've invested a small financial fortune, often $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, and even upwards above that, for a company that either provides them with inadequate intellectual property protection or provides them with something that is completely worthless. Now, that's not to say that there aren't some invention promotion companies that are reputable, but the word of caution I would use is that if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is.
Well, it's all about doing your research, right? Right, Elizabeth? Between noting them on your website, talking to them, just because you share your invention with somebody or you share your thoughts with somebody doesn't mean that you're committed to them. Take your time, do your research, find out what they've done, find out if it's a product, find out what products they have out in the market, talk to other people before you give anybody a penny. And if you're not satisfied, you are entitled to pick up and move on to the next one. They are not in business of taking your idea and stealing it necessarily. Not that it's impossible, but you want to make sure that you do your due diligence and make sure you do your research. And your uspto.gov website is a great start.
Thank you, Brian. That's exactly the message that we want people to keep in mind. I would also encourage people who are interested in getting started but may have limited financial resources. The America Invents Act, some legislation that was passed recently, nearly 2 years ago now. Actually, it's a little over 2 years. It directed the office, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, to serve as an encouraging factor to local bar associations and bar groups to create a pro bono program, because we never want, and certainly the Congress didn't want, a lack of finances to prohibit an invention from going forward. So a pro bono program has been established, and I should say it's actually still in the process of being established across the country. If you go to, again, the Inventors tab of our website, you can see what looks like the scales of justice, pro se, pro bono. And all of the information is there with respect to where the current pro bono programs are across the country. Now, if you don't see one there in your area, don't give up hope. There may be one coming to your area, because they are still being created in cities across the country or regions across the country. The first one was established in Minnesota and is just going great guns. They're in California, they're in Texas, they're in the Washington, D.C. metro area. They're in approximately 11 areas right now, and as I mentioned, the program is continuing to expand. There's a process for someone to go about trying to enter the pro bono program, and that's all explained on our website.
Okay. Well, that's great information. Thank you, Elizabeth. So I know that there's some interesting events that are happening from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. You mentioned one a little bit earlier, but what's happening? There's an Inventors Conference in a couple weeks. Now, many people listen to the show forever. So we have to just be specific on the date and the year. And if you are listening and it's a year later, look forward to the next one, because this is the 18th Inventor Conference. But go ahead, Elizabeth. I'll leave it to you.
That's a great point, Brian. This is the 18th Annual Independent Inventor Conference, and it is being held at the USPTO headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia. and it will be held on October 11th and 12th of 2013, with a pre-conference event occurring on October 10th from 5 to 7, the evening immediately preceding the conference, which again, the conference is on October 11th and 12th of 2013. This two-day event is being hosted and administered by my office, the Office of Innovation Development, and it is specifically tailored for the independent inventor and small business owners. There's going to be subject matter experts drawn from a broad spectrum of government, the legal arena, entrepreneurial and business development entities, and it's going to deliver really vital information regarding intellectual property and commerce best practices. It's our flagship outreach event for the year for independent inventors and small businesses, and it's really a great opportunity to engage stakeholders and the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in one setting to get immediate and direct assistance, to get your questions answered, and to hear a real host of experts. As I mentioned, Brian is going to be one of our speakers, and we're really looking forward to having Brian.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Two of our other speakers, I'll just give you a little clue. One is going to be for anyone who has been doing dishes in the kitchen and used the Scrub Daddy. The inventor of the Scrub Daddy will be with us, and he's going to talk not only about being an inventor, but also about being on the show Shark Tank. So he's going to share with us his experience in being on Shark Tank, his role as an inventor, and his experience in going through the process. We also have a really, really unique individual who's going to be with us, a gentleman by the name of Woody Norris. And for anyone who's not familiar with Woody Norris, I would suspect you've probably used his invention without even realizing who the inventor was. I would encourage your listeners to Google Woody. Because he's
Are you going to tell us?
Woody has invented directional sound. He's invented the Jabra earpiece that many of us use with our cell phones. Just a super creative inventor, and just has a really great life story to share, and I think people can really learn a lot from him.
That's very nice. He's with the Bluetooth also, right?
Correct. As Montia mentioned, we won't just focus on patents. We will focus on trademarks, and there will be some opportunity to hit on copyrights and trade secrets as well. One of my favorite panels that's going to be part of the conference is a state and local as well as federal resource panel. We invite in colleagues from across the federal government who can bring assistive services to independent inventors and entrepreneurs and let them share their information as well. Just as the USPTO is often considered a black box, or people don't know of all the great services we have, I think a lot of other government agencies suffer from that same problem. So we'll have folks from the Small Business Administration, from Homeland Security that handles customs and border control, a lot of other folks that can offer some really unique insight and information all in one place.
That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. Can you tell us where it is and what the date is, and how do we sign up, or where do we sign up with to be able to attend? Elizabeth? Oh, I think we might have lost Elizabeth.
Well, we can jump in.
Sure.
Hopefully Elizabeth will come back. But the dates are October 11th and 12th. Mm-hmm. And the event will take place at the USPTO headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia. If you go to our website, uspto.gov, right there on the front page in the scrolling banner is information about the Inventors Conference. And if you click on that banner on the front page, it takes you to a page that tells you how to register for the event. And I'm just looking for more information on there.
No, that's okay.
You can also...
Sure. We have Elizabeth is also back.
Oh, great.
Elizabeth, you with us? I saw her come back. Okay. Yes, on the homepage, right? That was